Hey there berries, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the 14.8 support patch notes. How exciting. MSI right around the corner, which is a mid-season invitational tournament. So you can expect lots of things happening. Unless you're a support main. And then you look at all those buffs and nerfs and only see one support champion there. And it's Thresh. Wow, Thresh was the one support change. Maybe Thresh got given some massive changes. Well, we'll see. But yeah, overall, the start of the season has been like really nice in terms of like, you know, all the new support items, from the, you know, the starting support item, the gold generating item, to converting into Dreammaker and stuff like that, and then they've just nerfed a lot of them to now becoming quite a generic kind of game. Damage on supports have been reduced a lot, and definitely we are 1,000,000% in Enchanter meta, especially after the last patch where Nami and Sona had that healing increase. Yeah, for me personally, I try not to like whinge about this too much, but I've been finding it quite difficult to play the game. I did make that video a couple of days ago about considering quitting League. I'm not quite, I don't think I'll ever say I'll quit League, but I'm definitely playing League a lot less, unfortunately, just because of how like patches like this now, where it's just either nerfs on supports or basically no changes at all. I think it's extremely disappointing to see 12 champions, 13 champions getting buffed, and one of them's a support one. No nerfs going into any of the supports either at the top, so it's just going to be extremely kind of stale state in terms of the support role right now. I don't usually do these kind of intros to these tier lists, but so yeah, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14, EU, Chaos, Ragnarok. Feel free to join in if you want to. We've already got like about 20 berries, 25 berries, playing together and helping each other out and stuff, and you're more than welcome to join in on that, whether you're old or an old gamer, old Final Fantasy 14 gamer, or a new one, you're more than welcome to join in. We'll have a look at the Thresh change. It's really not that great. I think this is like the first time in a tier list where this is like literally the only thing I can talk about, and it's not even that good. Base armor goes up by 2. Magic resist growth goes up by a tiny bit per level. This is the only support change. No items, right? Unless there's some hidden like systems in place here that I'm not aware of. No, that is literally it. That's it. That's your support patch. And as you can quite imagine, I was pretty bang on in terms of the changes from the tier list last time. Literally nothing has changed in the tier list. I actually think I did a very good job on the previous one, so I'm really happy about that. But yeah, the tier list hasn't changed. There's been no support changes. The things to maybe talk about are things that happened last patch where Nami and Sona had that healing increase. Their win rates definitely went up. Zach's damage went down, but as expected, Zyra and Brand are still pretty good. Gold minus. After gold, you're probably going to start veering off Zyra and Brand. Maybe Zyra can still work in plat, but I wouldn't go beyond plat. So AP support's not really working that well beyond plat. So once you start entering into like ELO, do look at playing something else. If you only care about ELO, you're literally just playing enchanters. Just play passive enchanters. Don't really do anything. Just hang back. Just let the game just take its course, and generally you'll be fine. Honestly, that's basically the meta right now. Hopefully, after pro play is done, something will happen. But yeah, I'm honestly extremely disappointed about the season, because it was looking pretty hype at the start, and then they take us away, and then they take away our toys. We got nothing to play with, and then on top of that, they also just make supports honestly just kind of more generic and the same, especially in this enchanter tier. I mean, if you look at it, every single one of these enchanters in tier 1, you can just play and build exactly the same and play the same way and do pretty much the exact same stuff, healing and shielding from a safe distance pretty much. is kind of absurd. Like that we're losing the uniqueness of the enchanters. Like the fact that they're strong is, you know, cool, but they're all pretty much the same thing. Like Nami is now not really as much of a hybrid anymore. She's much more of that enchanter healer type, and that's why she got pushed up into tier 1 in the first place. So yeah, I don't know why we're losing the unique characteristics of having a different champion, because, you know, if you want to play a healer, you have so much options here. It doesn't really matter which one you play, honestly. Like, just play whichever one that you think's the prettiest at that point. This point, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's very sad, and I'm kind of worried about the rest of the season, especially the way that I think not just Riot, but also the general player base as well, as like support should be bad because they're easy to play. But it's like, I want to fulfill a support fantasy, especially with like certain champions. Why am I not allowed to fulfill that? Why should I, as the 5th member in the team, just feel like crap just because everyone deems the role easier? Like, so what if it is in some cases like technically easier than the others? Why? So what if we were even remotely on the same power bandwidth as the others? But Riot's basically said no, and you must either heal or be basically 60 to 70% the value of anyone else on the map, which I think is just not nice. Like, let supports be part of the game too in a full capacity. I don't, even if, like, you know, I don't know, one of the other champions is like, you know, for a little bit is a little bit strong. That's what buffs and nerfs are for, right? Just do something a bit unique with some of these champions, bring them out there, bring them some flavor, because there's no point just making everything generically just heal stuff. Anyway, that was my rant. I was right, this was going to be a little bit of a rant. There isn't really anything to add to this tier list, really, so this is just more of my thoughts, and I will still be making some league content. I am playing Final Fantasy 14 heavily at the moment, like 10-hour streams a lot of the time, just playing Final Fantasy 14. So yeah, if Riot doesn't really change its stuff soon, I think I might end up pivoting into MMO content for YouTube and stuff, because it's, yeah, as I said already. And I read all of your comments on the quitting video and stuff, and I do appreciate all the support. I know a couple of people were just like, just turn off all chat, forehead. It's like, if I'm playing a team game, I want to know what's going on. I want to be able to communicate with the team. It's not even just like generic like flaming and people doing. It's just like people inting, people griefing. There's definitely something up with the matchmaking system as well. Something's not right. There's definitely like the balance between the teams is feeling like more chaotic. Like, it doesn't feel like both teams are evenly balanced every time. That's definitely not happening. That, like, it feels really rare now to get like a game where it's like, oh wow, yeah, that was actually close. I don't, in a game where it's like 30 to 40 minutes and it's quite close, and everyone everyone on both teams are trying, which is like crazy how rare that is. 10 people trying to win a game of League of Legends is like so rare these days. There's usually one person on either team that's running it down because they want the game to just be over. Like the rare game, the 1% game that you get where it's like 10 people wanting to actually win the game of League of Legends. Even if I lose, I am actually kind of happy with the result, because it's like we actually got to see the true form of the game. But like, it's so rare now. There's so many just 15-minute FFs, rage quitters, flaming, and like there's nothing you can do about, even if you mute chat, it doesn't stop people running it down. Like legit running it down. I had so many people lately, like I'm not even over exaggerating, on games where it's literally 0-11, 0-12 people. There was a Twisted Fate that he was like Grandmaster at one point and then lost the next 20 games in a row by just running it down. And he went, I checked again recently and he was still playing, and he's like Diamond 2 now, and he's still just running it down. Like, I don't, yeah. Vanguard will change everything now, I'm sure, right? Anyway, I don't like doing these rant videos. I don't like coming on to this and saying and slating off League, because I know it's off-putting for people that are playing it and enjoying it, but it's like this is more of a thing of like, I understand people's frustrations now. This is a really frustrating season. I will be taking mental breaks here. I will be posting less League content. I will still be posting League content, but it'll be less. And you know, in theory, if they don't change anything for the next year and a half, then maybe there won't be any League content here at all, but we'll see. All the best, berries. Take care. Enjoy the patch and MSI if you end up watching that. And hopefully, for the love of God, we have more than one minor support thing to talk about. Thresh getting 2 armor. Yippee. Bye.